Merry Christmas, everyone. So I'm in the middle of gathering all of my ingredients because, like I promised you, what was I gonna make for Christmas? If you can't tell me what I was gonna make for Christmas, that means you didn't watch my first video. So please stop this video, go back and watch the intro so you can know a little bit about Minnie. Anyway, just kidding, keep watching. So I promised you on the last video that I would not make the video be that long, and I am new to all of this, like the videotaping and the stopping and this and that. As you can see, if you watch my last video, I had to cut the last part and do the ending. And if you watch the video all the way to the end, you'll see at the end, my mouth is moving and the words are coming after, like one of those old Kung Fu movies. So it's like my mouth is moving and then words are coming. Okay, I can't do it. But anyway, so I'm gonna do a lot of cutting and putting the video together just to keep it shorter. I am taking everything out. The last thing I think I need is the broccoli. And then I'm gonna show you pretty much everything that I put in my vegetable lasagna. Okay, so it's very simple. I'm gonna adjust this. Yeah, I'm not cutting this. So you see a big hand coming across the screen. And I'm just gonna adjust it so you can see everything, and I'll just point out everything we have here. Okay, so of course you need your cheeses, right? So I like to use, 70% mozzarella cheese, 30% sharp cheddar cheese, not extra sharp. Some people don't put cheddar cheese at all, and that's totally fine. They just do mozzarella and it comes out just fine. Any brand that you like. I put broccoli. I sometimes make it with fresh broccoli, and then if not, I use the next best thing, which is the frozen broccoli florets is what I like. Same thing with the carrots. When I first started making vegetable lasagna years and years ago, I used to buy the carrots and shred them, and then I was like, wait a minute, I could go to the produce section and they have like these carrots in a bag, and it doesn't matter if they're crinkle cut or not. It's just perfect the way that it is. And last but not least, my baby spinach. I love baby spinach. I pretty much put it in everything. I'll put it in eggs in the morning. I mean, salad, everything. I was gonna say on hamburgers, but I'm not doing those anymore. But I am doing the veggie burgers. So I do put it on my veggie black bean burgers and stuff like that. Okay. And I don't mean to say anymore, but right now, we're doing the 30-day thing. If you watch the first video, you know all about that. And then you want to have, of course, your ricotta cheese. Some people don't like ricotta cheese, but ricotta cheese, whichever brand you want. Your garlic powder. This is just a little mug that one of my students bought this for me years and years ago. Like, I think in Virginia. I keep everything. You just have no idea. But anyway, I'm using this so that I'm going to melt some butter, because when I layer my noodles, I like to take my little brush here and I just like butter my noodles, right? So this is like veggie. I didn't say it was super healthy because we're going to have these cheeses in here. And remember, I'm doing my vegetarian to a degree thing, right? So my cheese, I'm sure the milk and everything came from a cow in here, and I'm okay with that. It's better than what I was doing. But if you do not eat, anything, any animal product, then of course you want to get the cheeses that work for you, and you want to use the butter that works for you. And this is like butter, and I also like to use, I can't believe it's not butter. And then you want to have your seasoned salt. I'm going to cover this up. Please don't get mad at me. I tried, y'all. I really tried. You don't understand. That's a whole nother segment. I'll talk to you about that another time. But the seasoned salt of your choice. I typically don't put salt on my food because the seasoned salt has salt in it, right? And then of course your lasagna noodles. Now I'm choosing to use the noodles that you have to boil. I also sometimes use the oven ready noodles, which are pretty cool. You just have to get the right brand, because I've had one where it was kind of like gummy when I ate it and I was like, yuck. But I decided to do the boil your noodles thing. And I did say my spinach. Am I leaving anything out? Oh my gosh, how could I forget the most important thing? Oh, my garlic. I live by this. You see this big gigantic container? I live by this. So Walmart sells like sometimes peeled garlic in a bag, and it's a little small bag, but it's just not enough for me. Like, I live and breathe garlic. You have no idea. You never have too much garlic ever. So I love to buy these containers where the garlic is nice and peeled and fresh, like fresh, you know, garlic's nothing oily about it. It's just the garlic, you know, stuff like that. And so I like to buy it in bulk like this. So in my neighborhood, when I go to the regular supermarkets like Walmart and ShopRite and stuff like that, they may have like small bags of this, but you have to go to the Latino stores, honey. My Latinos know how to do it. They understand what this garlic means, okay? So they always sell like huge bulk like this, and it's like anywhere from $3.99 to $4.99 a container. Sometimes you can get it on sale for $2.99. But oh my Lord, I swear by my garlic, that is everything to me. So some things that I'm doing just to prep a little bit is on the stove, I have my water boiling for the noodles. And I also have this pot, can you see it? This pot boiling over here. That's for the carrots. I don't cook the carrots all the way down, but I found that when I made the lasagna and I would just put the carrots as is, and no matter how long I cooked the lasagna, the carrots were still so hard. Now, if you want that really hard carrot bite in your lasagna, by all means, just put it in the way it is, right? But I boil it a little bit, and then I drop like a garlic clove in there, and I will put a tiny bit of salt in that. I will do that. And I also put a tiny bit of salt in this water. And I also add some olive oil, which I'm gonna do now, to the water for my noodles. It keeps the noodles from sticking, and then it gives it like a really nice taste. And you can use any kind of, you know, olive oil. We tend to use that. We also use avocado oil. This is really like an Inez inspired thing. She's big on that. And also, if you do use salt, Inez loves to use like this pink sea salt or something like that. It's good. Okay, so we have everything that we need. I think that is it. So what I'm gonna do right now is give you a little bit of storyline about my vegetable lasagna. So I started making vegetable lasagna years ago, like when I lived in Brooklyn as like a young 20-something-year-old, and it was just so yummy, okay? And like I said, my main ingredients, like your vegetable base should be whatever vegetables you love. I tend to just like spinach, broccoli, carrots. That's what I put. So when I started making it, I gotta show you my mini gloves, y'all. This is mini. It literally says mini. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take you real close, real quick. Look, it's mini. That's me. Yep. Okay. Anyway, just letting you get to know me a little bit. I'm not obsessed with myself. I just love mini. Okay, so anyway, tangent. So I would make this lasagna, and all the meat eaters, and at the time, I'm still a meat eater. Like, I'm a meat eater. I've been a meat eater most of my life, all the way up until 2 weeks ago. So, and I would say, hey, you got to taste this lasagna. So I remember the first time my mom, my bio mom, I was trying to get her to have some lasagna, and she is a huge meat eater. She wants her beef, she wants her pork, she wants her meat, okay? So I'm like, Mom, you know, this is really good. You're going to love it. She's like, no meat. I'll try it, but, you know, whatever. So I was like, whatever. So I make the lasagna. Mom eats the lasagna. She loved it. She was like, oh my goodness. And I feel like I ate bigger pieces too, and I wasn't even that full. This is delicious. Oh my, right? I'm like, yeah, And I promise you, every meat eater that I know, I would say, but you haven't had my vegetable lasagna. And I really do nothing major at all. Oh my gosh, we forgot the sauce. I'll talk to you about that. Anyway, I do nothing major. This is like stuff you get in the supermarket. I don't even make my sauce homemade. I have made homemade sauce for spaghetti before, but it's literally nothing major. And I'm like, it is yummy. You're going to love it. Every person that has this vegetable lasagna always asks me to make it when I come to events. I promise you. Can you make that vegetable lasagna? Can you bring that vegetable lasagna? It is so yummy, which is why I decided to make it for Christmas so that I don't go crazy, because I'm not eating meat for 30 days. As you all know, if you watched the first video, please do if you haven't. And please make sure you like and share this video. And don't get mad if I tag you all my videos onto your timeline. I mean, just work with me a little bit. So yeah. So anyway, so people would just be like, oh my God, can you make it? Can you make it? I'm telling you, it is the best. So speaking of sauce, I use ragu. You can use any kind of sauce you want, make your own sauce. I use ragu traditional. Sometimes I'll put the one like with the 3 cheeses, but I'll use the traditional pretty much. And there are times when I've actually used the Walmart brand. Like if I've gone to make this and they don't have the traditional on the shelf, I'll get the Great Value Walmart brand. And it tastes still very yummy. So I'm gonna pull that out. So yeah, so many people like would be like, no, there's no way it's gonna taste as yummy. It doesn't have meat. Oh my gosh. All right, so anyway, let's get started. I'm going to pause the video here. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do when the video is off. I am going to put my carrots in and let them cook just a little bit. I am going to get the noodles boiled and prepped and ready for layering. And I am going to do the best part. Oh my God, if you don't have one of these in your kitchen, don't get mad that I'm walking away from the camera, okay? Because, you know, I'm not a professional. This is just me. If you do not have one of these in your kitchen, you better get one. And they sometimes come smaller, like, you know, in a little small. Oh my gosh, this is my life. This is how I blend up my garlic. And like when I used to make my meatballs, which, you know, I'll go into that another time. But when I used to make my meatballs and I blend up my green peppers and onions and everything like that, everything in this baby boy right here with this wonderful blade. So garlic is gonna get minced there. Once I mince that garlic, I'm going to drop some of the garlic flakes into my water with the noodles, okay? And I'll also drop some of the garlic flakes into the water with the carrots. This pot here is, I'm gonna use it to saute my spinach. No, not my spinach. My broccoli. So, and I'm not going to cook the broccoli like a lot. It literally is just for a little bit of seasoned salt, olive oil, a little bit of butter, and I'm just gonna saute it, and a bunch of garlic. I'm just gonna saute it a little bit, so it's still gonna be very crunchy, very much like, you know, bright and all that, because I like to, you know, broccoli cooks fast, so I don't wanna cook it all the way down. But I do that in the pan first, just so you know, and then I will layer the lasagna with that. So, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go prep those things and then I'll come back and we'll start layering everything, and it's gonna be amazing and yummy. Wanna make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, I'm not. And I'm gonna go get that sauce. Okay, bye. Okay, everyone, I'm back. So I have everything here. I sauteed the broccoli, like I said, in olive oil and a lot of garlic. I boiled the carrots. I put a little bit of salt in the water, and I also put some garlic flakes in there as well, from the fresh garlic. So when I say garlic flakes, so here's the garlic minced up. I'm gonna add this to directly to the lasagna as well. I swear by garlic. I said that earlier. I'm telling you, there is never ever too much garlic. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. The phrase of the day is, there is never too much garlic, okay? I love garlic, and like the folks say, and you know when I say the folk, you know I mean my folk. Like the folks say, the old folks say, that garlic gonna clean you out. It clean you out. So after you eat this lasagna, you know, if you had any issues going to the bathroom, you'll be good after this. Okay, TMI. That's what my kids would say. TMI, mom, TMI. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you everything. Same thing, I'm just ready to prep. And this is a very handsy, you know, dish, so make sure your hands are nice and clean. When I do prepare for other people outside of my family, I sometimes put on gloves as well. Sometimes, you know. So here's my cheese. And I've got my garlic powder. I put tons of that, even though I use fresh garlic. Here's my butter that I like to layer, like put on the pasta noodles. Here are the pasta noodles here. Have them all kind of like spread out and ready to just pick them up and stack them. I cook them according to the directions on the pot. Here is the spinach. If you can see over here, I don't know. But the spinach is here. Woo, here we go. There we go. Spinach here. You see it. Bam. And then we have the broccoli here, which I told you I was sauteing in olive oil and garlic. And here are the carrots. And I did not forget the sauce. So look, I told you I have my ragu sauce. I am going to use the 6 cheese and the traditional. And if I run out of sauce, guess what I got? That Great Value traditional, and it works. Trust me, it tastes good. All right, I also have a bowl with water because I tend to use these utensils, and sometimes, even though everything gets mixed together, I just like, you know, I'll use this to rinse it off if I need to. Okay, so we are ready to start layering. Okay, so the first thing I do is I do put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the pan, just a little, right? And then I will take my little spreader here and spread the olive oil around the pan. Okay. Make sure it gets in the corners, crevices, and it's not too much. And then I will take some garlic, fresh garlic. I do put that on the bottom of the pan. I just believe in flavor all the way through. Let me turn that over this way so you can see. And so I will spread that garlic. Probably better to use this to spread it. Spread the garlic all over the pan. That's gonna be delicious. Okay. And I do season it with seasoned salt as I go along the way. But of course, if you're looking out for high blood pressure and things like that, you don't want to do that, but I do. Okay, bam. So now I'm ready for my first layer. So that's one. And it depends on what size pan. This is not the standard size pan because I know we want to get a little greedy here. And it's Christmas, you know, we're doing a lot of cheating. I'm also going to be making today sweet potato pie because we just love the sweet potato pie from Thanksgiving. I'm going to make that by scratch. And then I'm also going to make my cousin Mike's famous, delicious sweet potato cheesecake. That recipe I cannot share or he will have my head. He really needs to market that. I think he will eventually. So when the noodles are too short, I'll start going sideways. It's okay. Doesn't matter. So now I have my first layer. And then this is where I do my little butter. Just a little spread on each noodle. So I like that flavor. Just a little spread. Okay, and then I will do a little bit of mozzarella cheese on the bottom. Just a little bit to help the carrots stick. I like to do the carrots on the first layer because to me the carrot is like the heftiest, like it's the hardest, it's like more meaty. So I like it to go on the bottom. So I will just layer. I just make sure that I get carrots all over. And I always save a little bit of carrots for either the top of the lasagna or to mix with like the spinach on a different layer. Really the spinach I put on its own layer, and I also sprinkle that at the very top of the lasagna when I'm done. Okay, I mix the ricotta and the broccoli together. So now I have a nice layer. I have a couple more carrots left. I'll just put some more. Make sure I get into every crevice. So I have a nice layer of my carrots, right? So I am going to put some sauce, and I just go up and down, not too much. Let me see. Yeah, I would say 2 jars is enough. I might use more because I'm using a larger pan. I like a lot of sauce on my spaghetti, and my pasta, and my ziti, and my lasagna. I love saucy pasta. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of seasoning. Okay. And a lot of garlic powder. Yes, I know I use fresh garlic, so why are you using garlic powder? Because it just tastes good. And this has no salt in it, so you can just be as free as you would love. And then I'm going to top it with some more cheese. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Mozzarella. Mozzarella, mozzarella, mozzarella. And I just make sure I get some in every corner, and then I'll add some. And if I need more cheese, I'll just grab some add a little bit of cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar cheese. And I just make sure it gets in the corner, and then we're good. So let's do another layer of noodles. I just follow the same pattern. This one's a little curly, so I'm gonna put it upside down. I follow the same pattern. And I like to have the noodles ready on the side, because if not, they'll stick together when you strain them, even though you put a little bit of the olive oil. So, don't want that. Don't want to be frustrated. This one is curling like crazy. And I do have more noodles over to the side if I need it. Okay, like I said, it goes according to the size of the pan you have. And I will put a little bit of butter. So yeah, it's veggie, but you know, it's got that butter in it. Or that I can't believe it's not butter. You know, I can't believe it's not butter, so. Okay, bam. And I am going to put a little bit of cheese. Just a little bit on the first layer. Just a little. Okay, so this is about to be my broccoli layer. So I'm going to put, and I actually should have put the ricotta first, but I'm going to put a little bit of ricotta cheese. Okay, this is 15 ounces. You know, you do it according to your liking. I like it, obviously. And I'm going to spread that, just spread it. I like to mix the ricotta cheese with the broccoli layer for some reason. I think it brings out the taste more. And I just kind of make sure it gets all around in the crevices. Yeah, you probably should do the ricotta before you sprinkle a little bit with mozzarella, but it's still fine. It's spreading. The mozzarella is not moving all over the place. It's actually okay. More cheese there. And I just try to make sure it gets everywhere, because you know when you dig into that lasagna, any piece you cut, you want it to have like some of all of these yummy ingredients, right? Okay. All right. Now I am going to put my broccoli. Move that out of the way. Okay, so the broccoli already has like garlic, like minced, like all inside of it. Because remember, I sauteed the broccoli with garlic and a little bit of olive oil. But guess what? That's not gonna stop me from adding more. I love my garlic. Let me tell ya. Okay, hold on. I actually just love like pasta and Italian dishes. I always tease my bio mom like, are you sure the mailman wasn't coming around back in the day? And you know, he wasn't a little Italiano, and because I swear, I don't know, I love me some Italian food for real. It's almost like it's in my blood. I gotta do 23andMe or Ancestry.com because I don't know, I just love it. But I don't know, maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. I'll talk to you about that another time. I have ideas and opinions about doing 23andMe and Ancestry.com, even though I really want to do it. But I'll talk to you about that another time because I'm a little crazy with my thoughts and ideas sometimes. Okay, so I have all the broccoli here. And I'm going to make sure every little layer has some. Great. And now I am going to season it a little bit more. So just a little bit, not too much. Boop, 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 boop. And I am, yes, going to add more garlic powder. Yes, I might as well just eat garlic, I know. Okay. Now I am going to add my cheese. A little bit of cheese. A little bit of cheese. Okay. A little bit of cheddar. And now I'm going to add some sauce. Remember, I have that backup jar too, because I have a larger pan. And just like putting it around like this usually works. You could spread it more if you want to smooth it out. But when it cooks, it'll smooth out as well. But I'll do that too. It's fine. Okay, I am going to let this jar empty out. And I will take this. It just has ricotta cheese on it, so I'm not even gonna. And I'll just smooth the sauce a little bit. Okay. And remember, I said I like mine saucy. So I am going to add a little bit more here in the corners. Just a little bit here. And some more in the corners. Okay. So here's where you're going to have to end up putting your hands in the pan. So just make sure your hands are very clean. Yes, if you've had my vegetable lasagna, my hand was in the pan, but I'm obsessed with washing my hands a million times. So this is even before COVID, so don't worry about that. I am going to put some more cheese. And it looks like I might grab more cheese out of the refrigerator. You know, you do that to your liking, like how cheesy you want it. But I do need some more mozzarella. Okay, but let me do that first before I get my hands really, really, really in it. So I'm gonna grab a napkin to open up the refrigerator door. And grab some more cheese, mozzarella cheese, mozzarella, mozzarella. That's how it plays out in my head. Okay. Will I need any more sharp? I might need some more of that too. So let me get my culinary scissors. Like I said, you had to have that processor for the garlic. This is another tool. These are small ones. I have small and large. Culinary scissors. Oh my God. When I was eating meat 2 weeks ago, I would use this sometimes to cut up my meat. But this time I used it to cut up some firm tofu. I'll tell you about that meal another time that I made, and it was yummy. At least my son said it was. That was yesterday. I'm gonna get a little more cheddar cheese. I have an open bag here. I like it cheesy. Okay. So, I'm gonna add a little more. I hear movement in the house. People are moving about. They're in their rooms. Everybody's just like chilling now, waiting for this lasagna. Okay, now, that's good. Here is where you gotta put the hands in it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to take a little of this and put a little bit more, just a little bit more garlic. You never have too much garlic. You already know. You never have too much garlic. You never have too much garlic. I'm obsessed with garlic. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this layer because here you can see I'm nearing the top of the pan, but I go there, you all, because I want my layers. So I am gonna make this a spinach layer. I always do this. And then I'm gonna top it again with another set of noodles. How is that gonna happen? But watch, you're gonna see. Gotta get ready to get your hands in it though. Gotta get ready to get your hands in it. Okay, are you ready? So I just push down. Like I am going to get a layer here. And it actually helps. Let me get a paper towel, get a napkin. Here we go. Okay. Okie dokie. And I'm gonna do a little layer of butter on my noodles on each one. Okay. And I'll do some cheddar cheese first. And then some mozzarella. And now we're going to put some spinach. Just watch and wait and see. I love the spinach. It's so pretty. That's one thing I love about this dish, besides being delicious and, you know, it doesn't really make you feel full when you eat it. Like, you know, uncomfortably full. It's such a pretty, pretty, pretty dish. It's so pretty with the colors, the red sauce and the green leaves and the green broccoli and the orange carrots. It's so pretty. It's almost appropriate for Christmas because Christmas is like green and red. But it's such a very beautiful dish. Those of you who've, you know, been on Facebook with me in the past, I haven't done it in a while, but in the past I was obsessed with like posting pictures of my food. So like if you were on Facebook with me, you could literally scroll back to a few years ago. I'm like a nerd about plating food and taking pictures of food. And this would be one of those dishes that I absolutely would love taking pictures of because it's just so beautiful. I think I actually have pictures on my Facebook history way back of me showing my layered lasagna. See, I told you we'd get it on, and we're gonna put another roll of noodles on here too, watch. Just watch me. And a little more. So like I said, some people don't put sharp cheddar cheese in their lasagna, which is fine. It tastes just as great with the mozzarella. All right, I am going to add some sauce. Now I will not put the seasoned salt on this layer because I already did on the other layers. So you know, you don't want your lasagna to be salty. See, I told you. This is just the second jar here. I might just use some of the other jar. I could leave this sauce like that, or I could just take this and spread it. Simple enough. If the leaves move, just, you know, move them back. Yummy. This is going to be so delicious. And my oven is preheating on 375. You really just follow the directions on your box of lasagna noodles. But it is preheated. It is preheated. It's ready to go. So I'm gonna take this and stuff the corners of back down. Okay. And then spread. Almost there, everyone. Well, this is how I make it happen. See? No big secret, no big family recipe where I have to, like, you know, not tell you. It is just basic ingredients. I just think the thing about food that makes it taste good, and it may sound old-fashioned, but is that I do it with love, and I think that makes the difference. Okay, we are going to do our last layer. Last layer. See, I told you we get it. And sometimes people want to know, like, how do I know how many noodles to boil and how many are going to take up the pan? Honestly, I really don't. I just boil most of the noodles. I'd rather have some noodles left than not have any ready to go. So like you see, it looks like I'm down to my last noodle, but I actually have a couple of more noodles sitting in the colander over here. So look, bam, there you go. And you're gonna get your hands in it again. Just get your hands in it. And I'm gonna grab a tissue, wipe the hands off. And I'm going to tuck this noodle down in the corner. That one too. That one too. And now I am going to do the butter layer. All about the flavor. I mean, it's not a ton of butter. It seems like it, but it's not. And anyway, you know, this is cheat time. So what else am I making for Christmas? I decided not to do the traditional, the turkey and all the soul food and all that stuff. I always do some sort of pasta no matter what, like I told you. I think I'm Italian on the inside. Literally for Thanksgiving, there's always meatballs, there's always some sort of pasta, ziti, lasagna, but anyway, I digress. I'm putting a little more garlic here. I am also making for Papa, my 16-year-old. He's like a picky eater, but he likes certain things. I am making some turkey empanadas, like turkey and cheese empanadas with ground turkey. I usually make it with ground beef, but I'm gonna make it with ground turkey. And I don't want to be left out of the empanadas, you know, so I'm gonna also make some empanadas with brown rice, black beans, cilantro, another one of my obsessions, sharp cheddar cheese, pretty much that's it. Yep, and it's gonna be yummy. A lot of cheese. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna put in it. And it's gonna be delicious. No meat, and I get to have empanadas. And then I'll be done. And this is good for me because usually I overdo it. I'm cooking too much for Thanksgiving. I'm cooking too much for Christmas. No, I said the less I cook, the less I'll want to cheat. So I'm going to be okay. I am not going to touch those turkey and cheese empanadas because I'm going to have my own brown rice, black bean, and cheese with cilantro empanadas. So we are at the top. Are you ready? We didn't even have to use the water. Now, here's where we will do a little more cheese first. A little more cheese. And then we will put our last little pieces of spinach. And I typically don't put a lot on the top. It's really more for decor. And it just looks so nice. And like I said, if I have carrots left, which I do, I'll throw a couple of those on as well. So this really is more for decor. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, yummy, yummy dish. Okay, and I've spread that out. And now I'm gonna take the rest of my carrots here that I also put a little bit of that minced garlic in when I boiled it a little. And I'm gonna put that on top. It just looks so pretty. Orangey and green. Love it. Okay, and that is that. And then I just try to like even it out, make sure, you know. And it's gonna look a little, you know, a bit much when I put the rest of the cheese and sauce, but it's okay. And then I'll take the sides of this when I know I'm pushing it at the top, and I'll bend it up. I leave the corners down though, because it helps for you to be able to get it out of the oven. And I'll bend it up just a little bit. Okay, so we will put some sauce. See, So this was actually 2.5 jars of sauce. And remember, this is like a big pan. It's not that standard pan. And this is the backup sauce. Okay. And then I'm going to top it with some more mozzarella cheese. More mozzarella. And more sharp cheddar. Almost there, everyone. Almost there. Thank you for rocking this out with me. I really do hope that you all share. Like, literally take the YouTube links and open up that text message on your phone and send it to everybody you know. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and repost my link everywhere. If you're on Twitter, here, there, just share it with everyone. Somebody might like it. If nobody does, I know one person that will. And that's my baby sister, Melanie. She was told, you must watch all these videos. If no one else watches it, you must watch it. That's my ride or die. Okay. We really are done, everyone. And I did well. You know, I always keep my water with me. This time I had it with a straw. I'll take a sip now. I did well. Usually I get really thirsty from the talking. I'll take the rest of this cheese and put it on. Who am I kidding, right? Bam. Bam. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to cover it with foil. Yes, I cover mine with foil. And I cook it for 45 minutes. And then I take the foil off for like another 10 to 15 minutes. And then she is ready to go. Wait a minute. Last thing. My olive oil. So you know the base of the pan has olive oil. I'm looking for my olive oil top, which I can't seem to find, so I'm gonna have to just do this. I usually do like a little bit of olive oil at the very end, just a little tiny, tiny, tiny bit, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. Okay, I'll do like maybe 2 capfuls, but can't find the cap. And it never hurts to put a little more garlic powder. Yes, I know, I know. Get used to it if you start watching my videos. Garlic is pretty much going to be there all the time. So like I look at this and I'm a little weird with stuff like this. I see a piece of noodle. I don't want to see it. I want it covered with sauce or something. So I'm going to take the rest of the sauce in here and put it on that little part. And that little part. Okay. And now, ooh, hands are dirty. She's ready to go. Let's see. Let's get a closer look. Okay, there she is, yummy and ready to go. Hope you got that closer look. Okay, so when I come back, I will be showing you a piece on a plate, and it's gonna be yummy. Bye, everybody. Hi everyone, I'm back and I have on my mini glove. We're going to check the lasagna very quickly. I think it's ready to come out. So I'm gonna now angle this so that you can see the oven. Okay, hold on. Let's see how she's looking. All right, I'm gonna take this off real quick. Let's see. Oh my, she's looking good. Hold on. Yummy. She's looking so good. I am gonna leave it on for about maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna take the foil off for another 10 minutes. And it's gonna be so delicious. So I will see you when she's ready. Bye. So we are at the end. Hold on. Liam's here. What happened?
Why here?
Oh, it's a little sharp. It's okay. It's okay. That's my baby. Come here. Let me see. Come here. Come here. Let me... Say hi. Say, look at the camera. Liam, look. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, he's gonna go drink your water. Drink your water. All right, so we're at the end, and go play with your train. And we are ready. I'm gonna show you this lasagna, and then I'm gonna take this and give you a little bird's eye view. There she is, our vegetable lasagna, looking just as yummy as can be. And it's going to be yummy. We're gonna cut a piece and hopefully she'll act right. So hopefully she'll act right. Hold on. I'm gonna leave it there so you can see. I'm going to use this spatula and one of these butter knives. And I'm gonna cut a corner piece here. Looks like she's cutting nicely. The plates are ready. You see, people are ready to eat. Everybody's like, did you finish the last part of your video? Because we want to eat. It's Liam in the background playing with all of his Christmas toys. Oh my goodness. And here is our first piece. Yummy, yummy, yummy. There she is. Let's give you a nice view. There she is. I'll turn it around. It's that corner piece. But it's yummy. It's gonna be delicious. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. So now everyone that I typically make the vegetable lasagna for, now you know what to do. See, no biggie, you got it. And it's gonna be delicious. But it's time to go because people are hungry. And Liam's hungry.
Table.
He said table. He is ready to eat. Okay. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, click notify on YouTube, share to everyone you know. I have more videos coming. Sometimes it'll be about food. Sometimes it'll be about tea. And not the kind of tea you drink. You know what I mean? Like spill the tea. No, sometimes it'll just be about whatever. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. I'll be posting something else really soon. Bye. Bye. I gotta get used to looking at the camera. Bye.